Hello there, my name is Ma Macaulay, and thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for clicking on that link. It has been an amazing experience recording these messages, and I must say that I am glad that I decided to go ahead and do that because it's one thing to talk about what you want to do, it's another thing to actually go about the business of doing it. If you watched my first video, my introductory video, I talked about who are you, finding out who you are. And then in my other video, I talked about why are you here? Your purpose. Your purpose. First, you need to know who you are, and then you need to know why you're here. Today, I'm going to talk about judging people. We know we've done it. We judge people. And I must say that that's one of those things that when it happens to us, we don't like it. No, we don't. Yet we do it, right? We do it all the time. I found myself on Facebook and I was, scrolling down my wall and I saw something on somebody's profile. And I was like, You know how it goes. I'm sure you do the same thing when you go through my profile, so let's not even go there. We don't always like what people do. We don't always approve of other people's methods of doing things. But why in the world do we judge people so much? Why do we do that? And it's not just the judging. I think the part that gets me sometimes is the condemnation that comes with the judging. You can't stop yourself from having an opinion sometimes. You can't stop yourself from having that initial gut reaction. You're like, whoa, what was that? What did you just do? But it's the condemnation that comes with it that kills people. You watch TV nowadays and all you see is evidence of people condemning other people because they don't like their lifestyles. You don't like how people pray, so you decide, hey, be gone with you. I don't need you here. You don't pray like me. I pray facing down, you pray facing up. I pray sideways, you pray, I don't know, spinning around. My method of praying is better than yours, so apart from just not liking it, I'm gonna get rid of you. You don't need to be here just because we don't pray the same. Same thing with people's lifestyles. You don't like how somebody sleeps, they sleep facing up, somebody sleeps facing down. Some people sleep in pairs, some in fours, and you sleep alone, and you're like, you know what? Your way of sleeping is different from mine. So apart from the fact that I don't like it, I am going to condemn you to death and I'm going to get rid of you because your way of doing things is just not normal. I don't like the way you dress. Apart from not liking how you dress, I'm going to take your clothes off in public. My dear Africans, thank you. I watched very disturbing videos of young girls being humiliated in public in Cameroon, Kenya. I saw that. A young girl was wearing a provocative outfit and walking down the streets. And a group of men who decided that they did not like how she was dressed. They said she was dressed too sexy. So you know what they did? They decided to rip her clothes off. Now that is really solving the problem, right? You rip her clothes off and now she's naked in public and you're taunting and laughing at her. You condemned her to that brand of humiliation because you say that she was exposing herself. I have a few thoughts about that, but I'm sure you can already tell. But yeah, that's the condemnation that comes with judging. And it's not necessary. It's not. And that's something I have to keep telling myself as well. You know, we do it subtly, we do it sometimes very overt, you know, we gang up on people, the thing is, not everybody is equipped to handle what we give out. Not everybody is equipped to sustain the brand of hostility. But when we know better, we need to do better, right? We need to do better. You know, the other part of judging and condemnation that I find very funny, and again, this is not poking fingers at, anybody, because we've all done it. You've done it in the past, you're probably going to do it in the future, you're probably doing it right now this minute. But that's not going to stop me from talking about it. It's the point where you realize that you're condemning and judging somebody for something that you are doing. Now that's special. There's something that a lot of people fail to understand, and that is, just because everybody doesn't know what you have done doesn't mean that you can freely point fingers at other people and point out their sin. When I found myself in a place where I was like, yes, that person has done this, or, oh yeah, they're so guilty. Sometimes in that moment you're feeling very righteous. Maybe you're one of the lucky few who just happens not to have fallen in temptation yet, and you're feeling really righteous about it, and you're pointing fingers. But you know what often happens, and you can be my witness? Right after you point fingers at somebody, life tempts you with the same problem, with the same thing. And how many of us have been lucky enough to escape? A year later, or 2 days, or a month later, you're like, oh my goodness, this is the same thing I almost killed somebody about. There's a saying that unless you have walked a mile in my shoes, faced the same circumstances, and done something differently, you really should not be so harsh on people. And if you have walked a mile in somebody's shoes and you face the same temptation, and if you have done something differently, you should not be boasting about it. That doesn't give you the right to make people feel useless, And when you realize that you've done something that was really not up to par, it's okay to change. It's okay. It's okay to say, you know what? Hey, that's something I don't need to repeat. Sometimes if that person is in your life and you have the opportunity, go ahead and tell them, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I really thought I was right. I never set out to hurt you, It's not every time that you set out to hurt people. But then actions have effects, and it happens. But when someone tells you they're sorry and you don't accept it, or you continue to talk about them, and then you want to get other people to gang up on them, that's a level of no bueno. It's no bueno. Just because you don't like somebody, when that has been done to us, we didn't like it. And if we found ourselves doing it to somebody else, didn't leave a good feeling in our hearts either. So, simple message: quit the judging. And if you find yourself in a position where you're judging somebody, hey, snap out of it. Snap out of it. Nobody's perfect. That's what I like about my brand of motivational speaking and positive enrichment is I think that we are all sinners. You know what I'm saying? We're all sinners. We've all fallen short of correct behavior. But my point in recording this message is just a reminder that there's no need to continue doing it. You're valuable. Your time is valuable. My time is valuable. And if you have the opportunity to make it right with somebody, go ahead and tell them, okay? I want to hear your comments. I want you to tweet me at Ma Macaulay. Go on my Facebook page, Ma Macaulay, MAHMEKOLLE. It's my joy to bring you these messages, and I love the support you have shown me so far. It's my privilege to have you. I know you have other things you could be doing, but if for the past 10 minutes you dedicated that time to listening to my messages, I want to say I love you very much. I'm really grateful, and I thank you for contributing in the realization of my dreams. Be good, connect with somebody, and see you on the next message.